Junkenstein's Revenge was the first taste of PvE for the original Overwatch community, and its quality and fun teamwork experience can be attributed to the first clamors for a full Overwatch PvE mode. 6 years later, Overwatch 2 has released, but without the promised PvE story mode and co-op missions, as it's been delayed until 2023. However, the new Junkenstein's Revenge, Wrath of the Bride, gives us an updated taste to the original mode and sets our expectations better for when PvE finally releases next year. Wrath of the Bride is a clear evolution from the original mode. It's a dynamic trawl through a familiar, but altered, version of the Eichenwald map, whereas the original was more of a horde mode in a box. This one gives you objectives to complete with tough bosses and hordes of Zomniks, a clear evolution in every respect. It also sets and hits its tone. It is creepy with genuine moments of horror and jump scares. With the already large backlog of Halloween skins to pull from in Overwatch 1, it makes the boss encounters varied and exciting and adds to the genuine horror element. If this is the caliber of gameplay for what's to come in future PvE releases, I am very excited to play. So, bugs aside, the Overwatch 2 team knocked it out of the park with Wrath of the Bride. The part of the Halloween terror that isn't perfect, the part of the event I have a terrible problem with, has absolutely nothing to do with the PvE. It's the store. It's the massively overpriced skins that I can't exclusively call an Overwatch problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. Every seasonal event, Overwatch 1 updated the game with around 5 legendary skins, and a small handful of epic and common skins. To get these skins, you could just play the game. If you wanted those skins right away, well, unless you had credits saved previously, you would have to try your luck with loot boxes. Loot boxes were a game of chance. It gave you 4 items with no guarantee of the content's rarity. Let's be truthful, it was gambling, and it was a completely normalized thing in the gaming sphere when Overwatch 1 came out, despite the predatory nature. Overwatch never came under much fire for their loot boxes, since you could earn them for free, and dedicated players grinding the entire event could get every skin and cosmetic they wanted. As more and more laws rolled out around the world banning loot boxes entirely, Overwatch 2 had to turn to a new system for players to buy skins. They turned to the new gaming industry's darling, multiplayer games going free to play with the Battlepass and Store system. Players get to play their favorite game for free, but if they want any premium cosmetics, they need to buy in. Theoretically, the Battle Pass is better than loot boxes. I say theoretically because the Halloween Terror event has put a massive spotlight on a horrible downside to the changes. The new event skins must be purchased with no free grindable option, and each skin is at least 19 USD. If you played any other free-to-play game with cosmetics, a skin at $20 is not unheard of. In fact, it seems to be the standard. But it's this standard that has personally made me drop, or not even pick up, other games. I don't want to pay 1/3 the cost of an entire full-price game for a single cosmetic. Just because something is industry standard does not make it okay. Just look at the loot box situation. Skins are grossly overpriced. Compare it to the value of the Battle Pass. When your Battle Pass for 80 base tiers with 8 total skins is $10, which includes a beautiful and customizable mythic skin, is on average at least $10 cheaper than a single event skin, someone on your team has horribly messed up the math. These event skins are not worth $20, but people will buy them anyway, and that's what leads me to my point. My point is that I'm not here to tell you to boycott the game or the skins, or even what to do with your money, but I am here to keep players informed about the hidden demon that lurks in the game's floorboards. In Let's Go Whaling, Tricks for Monetizing Mobile Game Players with Free-to-Play, the speaker lays down how to monetize a free-to-play game through behavior psychology, aka manipulative techniques to convince players to part with more money. You know you're in for a treat when a speaker introduces their talk with,
"Some of you will probably be slightly shocked by all the tricks I have listed here, but I'll leave the morality of it out of the talk. We can discuss it if we have time later." So let's dive right in.
They describe the monetization by stage, where the icebreaker into getting players to buy in is to give them a deal they would be crazy to pass up, limited time offers, discounts. They say that the reason for this is once the player has made a purchase, they are emotionally committing to the game. By purchasing something in the game once, they are breaking down a mental barrier that now tells them it's okay to spend in the game, and it makes it so future purchases will be done with little to no hesitation. They've become committed and will now buy and buy and buy. This icebreaker for Overwatch 2 and most free-to-play multiplayer games is the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass, as I've mentioned, is a great deal. It's too much good premium content to pass up. The Genji Mythic skin alone is worth the cost. How could you pass up such a steal? How many times have you heard that from a friend, a fellow player during a match, or a content creator? I know I've said it at matches before. Once you've bought the Battle Pass, you've broken the ice. And what's that on the horizon? A seasonal event. Halloween Terror comes out and oh look! New skins for Kiriko and Junker Queen are exclusively only available for purchase. The skins are discounted too, despite never being available before to be discounted from. What a steal for these limited time items that will go away soon. You've already bought the Battle Pass. What's a couple of skins? And when the Winter Wonderland event comes out in a month and a half, you know, what's a few more? And then the Lunar New Year after that, and don't forget the Season 2 Battle Pass. And when the community complains about these prices, as I've already seen them start to, will the Overwatch team continue their commitment to listen to community feedback? Will they then drop the prices? If so, what a steal these new prices are. Again, I won't tell you to boycott the skins or the game. My call to action is instead to be critical of the Overwatch team. Be critical of how often you're spending now versus the previous 6 years on what is objectively less content. Be critical of the price of the skins. Be critical of their reaction to community opinions. Be critical of how many times they have so far and will in the future do something wrong, then meet halfway on the community feedback that they will then reap praise from the very community they should have done right by in the first place. Be critical of how many times they rinse and repeat this behavior. A demon may have been defeated by removing loot boxes, but another has taken its place. It's the true terror of Overwatch. Well, that and DPS Moiras. Thanks for watching. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot, and I've appreciated the reception on these types of videos so far. If this video essay style of Overwatch content is your jam, I made a convenient playlist, so you can check out what you've missed and look out for more videos like this. Alright, bye!